back you? That ain't your
Not,
boy, Drew.
nah, nothing. He
Drew,
was just
that
like,
ain't your boy, Drew.
it's crazy, man. I mean, that's it. I don't play basketball no more.
No, you just fuck people up.
Oh shit, we're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live.
Jersey boys in the
Jer-
house.
Hey.
Yo, I told him I got something for him.
Oh. Oh. That's for Wilmer.
Oh,
That's for
that's
Wilmer.
the cop call.
Hey.
All right, Drew, let's welcome this boy to the podcast, man.
Oh, who we got tonight? Who we got tonight? Social media, Steve. Let us know. Let us know.
Longtime friend, first time. I guess we'll call him. I'm not even gonna say he's a professional, UFC connoisseur or anything. He's gonna have to earn that concept. But Mr. Wilmer Torres, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Listen, man, I'm a realist. I say how it is, whether you like it or not. It's pretty much no fucks given. I love the people who are loyal to me. And you know what? Let's get this shit cracking.
Light
Jersey boys in the house.
Light it. Hey! My man Wilmer. Ooh. So now that you have it, here we are. I've been dubbed a new name by social media Steve, which I will honor this name. It is Jiu-Jitsu Drew. Welcome to the podcast once again. Today we break down UFC 224, the main card. If you were with us yesterday, we broke down the Fox Sports 1 fights. And tonight, social media Steve was talking shit all day on Twitter. Literally talking, he had that, for me to bring the fire, that he had some fire. I even stirred up some shit. Someone called me a fucking nut hugger. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, what the fuck is going on, Steve? What the fuck did you start, bro? Why'd you do that to me?
I don't think I didn't start anything. All I know is that you're getting a reputation already. We've had a couple shows. You already have a reputation. All you're gonna do is defend all the BJJ specialists. So listen, until you pick somebody that isn't a BJJ specialist, you're basically a nut hugger. That's what you are.
Oh my god, dude! Until jiu-jitsu, until jiu-jitsu is not the number one self-defense in the fucking world. Number one martial arts on the ground. Fuck that. Not even on the ground. Just martial arts. Period. Helio, Henzo, all the Gracies have proven this. And by the way, every fucking fighter stylistically has a little bit BJJ in their game. So what the fuck does that tell you, social media, Steve? By the way, nice fucking hat.
Thanks, buddy. All I'm going to tell you is right over your right shoulder, there should be a picture of Damian Maya right over your right shoulder. On your wall. All right. Until there is, you're a little bit of a phony. Bro.
Hey,
listen, don't be a dick, yo. Don't be a dick.
Hey. All right, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. If he wants to wrestle fuck somebody's leg, let him do it. That's what Drew's about. Let him do it.
Yo, Steve,
you sound like you make it sound like he humping a fucking dog.
They called him a nut hugger on Twitter. I didn't do it. I mean, someone else
bro,
did.
Listen.
Yeah, but it sounds like you started it.
Listen, the person who called me a nut hugger on Twitter, I don't even know what the fuck he does for them. He fucking puts up weird pictures for his main pick. I mean, dude, I'm not even gonna bring him no light. But I wished him luck. He wished me luck on Twitter. We were talking a bunch of shit back and forth. He's obviously going for Cooper, which this is perfect. We're going to start with this fight first. He was going for Cooper. I'm going for Mackenzie Dern, obviously. I bigged her up a little while ago, but let's big her up again. Mackenzie Dern, 10-time. Let me say it not one, not two, not three, not 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10-time world Brazilian champion. You know what I'm saying? And to be a world champion in anything, no less Brazilian jiu-jitsu, sirs.
That's some serious shit.
Sirs, it's some real shit. And if you're going to tell me that Cooper's going to come in, Cooper's got some boxing, no doubt. I will not take that away from her. She definitely has some hands. She has some good movement. She's known as a boxer. But Mackenzie Dern, I mean, if she doesn't get caught and she could take this to the ground, on the ground, Cooper is a fucking white belt. She might have a little bit of wrestling. She might be able to defend herself. And, dude, maybe I'm wrong. Who gives a fuck? But I know jiu-jitsu. And jiu-jitsu is going to fucking win this. Every time that Cooper has lost, it's been by submission. And we all know this. The stats have said it. Fuck you, whoever. Fuck you, Trevor Parker. Mackenzie Dern's taking his shit.
Oh my,
Drew,
that's what I like to hear.
Jiu-Jitsu Drew just called him out. Listen, we're gonna let this go right now. Will, Drew, myself, if you add us on Twitter, we are responding. Okay?
All day,
100%.
Drew
100%.
day.
You add us on Twitter, we are responding. We'll respond on the podcast. We'll even have you on the podcast. We could argue it on the podcast. That's
Come
what it's all
on.
about.
Come on.
That's what it's all about. But listen, here's what I'm going to throw at you, and then Will, you can take this if you want. Mackenzie Dern had an issue against Ashley Yoder in her last fight. She really couldn't get her down to the ground. So Drew, Will, how is she going to get her down to the ground? Is that what she's working on right now? Is she going to get into the clinch, push her up against the fence, and then just drag her down? Is she strong enough to do that? Now, again, on Instagram, on Twitter, they put out some pictures of actually, Mackenzie put out some pictures of herself. She looks like she's in great shape. She looks like she's at fighting weight right now. So is she going to be able to get Amanda Cooper, who looks like she could be maybe a little stronger, not taller, but a little bit stronger? Is she going to be able to get her down to the ground to be able to put those jiu-jitsu finishes on?
Go ahead, Drew. You started off.
All right.
Finish smoking.
You do that. You do that. All right. Well, I mean, to be completely honest, Mackenzie Dern, the only thing that makes me worried about her is literally her striking. Like I saw her hitting the mitts. Even in her last fight, I've seen her striking, and it is a bit suspect. It is very, very, very new. You know, she's literally brand new to this MMA scene. The reason she's coming up so fast is because there's a lot of hype behind her from the jiu-jitsu world, and that hype doesn't come, out of nowhere. She's well known. Mackenzie Dern put female jiu-jitsu pretty much, not literally on the map, but as an American, and doing it the way that she did it, dude, she's a legit badass. And the way she's going to do it in this fight is by closing the distance. She's going to, hopefully in this camp, I'm assuming she worked really hard on her takedowns. And the way you do that is by closing the distance. She's going to come in, throw a couple shots, close the distance, get it to the ground, which I'm sure she's going to try to get it to the ground quick because Cooper's going to do one thing. Cooper's going to charge. Cooper's going to come real hard, real aggressive, and real fast trying to knock this hype train off the tracks. Like she said a couple times in interviews, calling her a hype train. And I don't know, man.
That shit was hilarious, the hype train.
And honestly, I don't see it going well for her because, I mean, this fight will be on the feet to start. Obviously, every fight starts there. But if Mackenzie forces that to the ground, which she's obviously going to try, Cooper's what? Going to stop a couple attempts? But, I mean, dude, there's more than one ways to get to the ground, and I'm sure Mackenzie's going to find one. She's going to close the distance, take it to the ground, and finish it. I say second round, submission, done data.
Oh, yeah. We do need predictions. So, Drew, you're going Dern second round submission?
Yes, sir. You already got it. Put it down for all the monies.
Willie T, let us know.
He just muted us.
Yeah, I'm back on my phone. No, I didn't mute her. I got people calling me. I'm somewhat of an important person, in my other business. So, but
Jersey
all day. Listen, like you said about Cooper, her hands are a problem. But I'm with you with the jiu-jitsu. I think the jiu-jitsu is, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is one of the best fucking.
Jiu-jitsu is king, baby. Jiu-jitsu is king.
It gets me excited. You know what I mean? So, but I think it's going the distance. I think it's going to be a decision.
Oh, he's going for the over. Jiu-jitsu versus everyone, but he's going for the points.
Jiu-jitsu
Who
over,
takes
but
it? Who takes it?
Come on, man. BJJ all day.
Oh,
all
Mackenzie Dern, baby.
Dern decision. I got it written down.
BJJ all day.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I really just believe that Dern has something to prove. On DraftKings, she's 9.1K, so she's a little expensive, but I think she's getting a first or second round submission victory. She's minus 245. She opened, Drew, you know about gambling a little bit. Mm-hmm. She opened as a minus 525 favorite. Mackenzie Dern opened as a minus 525 favorite and got bet down. People put money on Cooper, and she got bet down. Dern got bet down to minus 245.
But honestly,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No. Honestly, the reason why I think she got bet down because since you told me that earlier in the day, I started thinking about why she would get bet down. And honestly, it's not even because Cooper's a danger on the ground. Cooper's only going to try to stop her takedown offense. We spoke about this earlier. How do you stop a jiu-jitsu guy? Or like you don't get better at jiu-jitsu. All you do is stop the takedown, stop the takedown, stop the takedown. If you can't stop the takedown and you don't knock her out with your hands, which is literally the only thing that Cooper got, dude, it's a fucking wrap, man. Like, I don't give a fuck what you're saying. Jiu-jitsu, and especially that level of jiu-jitsu, this isn't a blue belt. This isn't a purple belt. This isn't your fucking run-of-the-mill.
How many times? How many times?
Not one, not two, not three. 10 fucking time world champ Mackenzie Dern is going to put this girl away. I feel bad for her. I mean, she said she visualized this into existence. Literally said before she even thought about Mackenzie Dern in the UFC, that she wanted to fight a Mackenzie Dern. And all of a sudden, she's got what she wants for her. But sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for. And guess what? On Saturday night, she's going to figure that this is a bad, bad Brazilian chick. And Mackenzie Dern's going to make it happen. So round 2, submission.
That's the other thing, too, that you got to look into this. Dern is technically Brazilian, right? She was born in the United States.
Yeah, but her dad's Brazilian.
Right? DJJ coach?
Dude, her dad, put it this way. I just finished watching some video on Mackenzie. And Mackenzie, her dad is Megaton. I forget his last name. But if you look at Megaton, this dude is probably dad's age. Steve, your pop's age? Or probably a little bit. And he's still competing at a world-class level in jiu-jitsu, dude. And he actually won last week at the Brasileiros, which is a very, very tough world tournament pretty much for IBJJF. So, I mean, jiu-jitsu runs deep, man. She's been competing since she was 3. Her first kimono, she got it when she was 3. Dude, I don't give a fuck if I'm a nut hugger. I'm a nut hugger for Mackenzie Dern. And we're going to make it happen. So, round 2, she puts her out. Wilmer, you say what? Decision? Mackenzie Dern takes it? Unanimous or split?
Unanimous. I think she's just going to fucking pressure the shit out of her. And, you know, Cooper's going to be chasing.
I'm going to go official.
Oh, that was so cute. He just threw a kiss. Aw.
Yeah, man, you know.
I'm going to make it official. I'm going to make it official and go with Dern in the second round. But, Drew, just to pick up on what you just said, I think that she really needs to just chain wrestle and just chase that takedown, however she needs to do it. And again, from the last fight to this fight, I'm pretty sure she was working on that takedown. So whether she's going to clinch, get her up against the fence and try to go for a trip or something like that, or I don't think she's going to be doing single legs and double legs right now. I don't think she has that in her game just yet. But I think that's why she's going to take a break after this fight so that she can bring that into her game so she can get it down to the mat. And again, she knows the only way she can lose this match is on the feet. So get it to the ground. It shouldn't be that difficult to task. And again, Amanda Cooper is 3-3 in the UFC. Her 3 losses are all by submission.
There you go. Said it by social media, Steve. I don't have to say anymore. Let's move on. Where do you want to go next?
All right, we're going to go to the fight that I really have no interest in, so I'm going to throw it to you guys. But I will introduce it. It is the retirement fight, quote unquote, retirement fight.
Dude, that shit does not make sense to me at all, man.
Listen, it doesn't make sense to me either. I kind of hate this fight. I hate how it's priced. It doesn't make
Oh my God,
sense.
you used hate, yo. What the fuck? Really? You hate it that much?
I don't like that they're coming out before the fight saying this is their last fight. They're both kind of washed up.
Both of them are saying that?
I don't think I think it's definitely Belfort's last fight in the UFC. It should be both of their last fights.
Which honestly doesn't make sense to me.
Say that again?
I said, I'm sorry to cut you off. But like Vitor Belfort being the number 3 ranked, like, dude, he's number 3. And you're about to retire? I mean, I don't get it. What happens if he wins? He's just like, oh, well, take number 3 away from me? That to me just doesn't make sense. I mean, if he was unranked and he just walks into the sunset with the type of career he has, no one would feel bad. No one would even care. But for him to come out the way he's coming out, ranked number 3 after everything he's been through, and Lyoto Machida's ranked what, like number 5, I think? I mean, if I remember correctly. I mean, dude.
He just came off that victory versus Anders, where he basically ran around the entire cage and was able to do that for five rounds and throw some shots, win a couple rounds, and he wound up beating Anders.
Yeah, he Floyd Mayweather that fight.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing, but Machida's 39 years old. Belfort's 41 years old. I'm assuming he's not on the juice anymore. But again, like a couple of people were saying on Twitter, If I'm Belfort and I know this is my last fight, just go all out. Do the juice. What are they gonna do? Take the win away from you after? Just do the juice. Do what you gotta do. Get your win and go out in Brazil. Plus, they're both Brazilian, so this is gonna be Brazilian on Brazilian crime, man.
No. But here's one thing. I was watching tape on Leon Machida, and Leon Machida said on one of the embeddeds, I think it was, he said that they both have their own separate crowds. So it's like they're both, technically Brazilian.
They're both from Brazil, but they both got their own crowds. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So Leon Machida's from one part of the island, of the country, and dang, I went blank. And Vitor, and Vitor for a second. I mean, dude, this guy's old, man. And Vitor pretty much is from Rio, actually. So honestly, this fight, it's like a win-win for Brazil. The only person, in my opinion, who's looking to win, which is why I'm going to go with him, is Lyoto, because he still has championship aspirations. Vitor Belfort, he is going to go for the gusto, but it's just because that's it. I mean, like he said, he's going to ride this wave on Saturday, his last wave. So, I mean, that's it, man.
Belfort's going to get his ass whooped. Second round, he's going to get kicked in the fucking face by Machida.
Well, there you have it.
Listen, man, when
straight to the point.
Belfort, straight up, last 6 fights, got knocked out 4 times. And I'm counting the Gastelum knockout too. He got knocked out 4 of those 6 times. So, take it for what it's worth. And here's what I'll put it. Who's going to be the aggressor in this fight? Is Machida going to fight Belfort the way that he fought Anders? Is he going to run around the cage? Or is he going to stand in the middle and fight? Personally, I think this is going to decision. I think it's going to be a sloppy Brazilian decision. And whoever the judges kind of like more, it's going to happen. I think that they're both risky. I agree with Will. Belfort has chin issues, but so does Machida. Machida has chin issues, which is why he fought like that against Anders.
Yeah, honestly, it does make sense. And I was going to say that too. Lyoto Machida's chin is very suspect too. But the reason I'm going to go with him is because, like I said, he has more of a reason to win in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Win. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like whether Vitor wins or loses, it's honestly, it's a win no matter what because it's his last fight. All he has to do is go out on his shield. So, I mean, in my opinion, it's going to be a bloody fight. Vitor's going to come out. He does not give a fuck about his chin. He's going to try to bring the noise. He's going to try to put Lyoto out. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, if he does in some magnificent fashion and puts him out in fucking first punch the way he got put out by Anderson with that amazing kick, dude, he'll fuck around and say, I'll be back. I'm not retiring.
Nah, he's going to go and be leave a champ. At his home country, he's going to leave a champ if he fucking beats. Dude, you don't think so? You think he's going to?
Dude, I mean, look, honestly, maybe. He might just run off into the sunset. I mean, but these dudes, both of them, regardless of whatever happens on Saturday, they're both bona fide legends. I grew up watching them. I grew up playing video games with them, so it's an honor just to even watch the fight. Lyoto, the Dragon, but I pick him to win. I don't know how. Honestly, Steve, I'll probably say decision too. Okay. But I honestly think it's going to be a little bit more bloody than you think. I don't think it's going to be pretty boring. It's going to be some fireworks in there for sure because Vitor is going to bring the noise. So,
Will, I'm going the same way. I'm going Machida by decision. You're going to go Belfort?
No, I said Machida, second round, kick to the head. KO. That's what I said. I'm high. Listen, I'm high, but I focus, boy. I'm as focused as you're going to get me right now. Don't worry. Next time I'll be well prepared.
That's awesome. And honestly, we talked about DraftKings a little bit. I know you guys aren't big players at DraftKings, but I just think this is a fight to stay away from on DraftKings. I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring. Don't get me wrong. If Will is correct with the Machida second round KO, then it'll be a decent score on DraftKings. But I just don't see it finishing that way. So I wouldn't pay up for Machida at all. If you want
the fight that you hate.
Yeah, I don't like the fight. It's two legends. I feel like they should be going out. I mean, maybe this is the way to go out. Maybe fight each other. One of them gets a win. But I don't know. I think worst case, this fight, if they have another fight, they're going to lose the next fight. Machida got knocked out or lost 3 in a row. I think one was by submission, 2 knockouts before he had that decision win against Anders. Belfort has been knocked out a whole bunch of times. At some point, enough is enough. So let's get into a fight that I am calling fight of the night. I'm calling it right now. This will be the fight of the night.
I think I know who you're going to talk about.
John Lineker and Brian Kelleher. So I'm going to throw it to you guys. John Lineker, Brian Kelleher. I'll just give you the odds real quick before you get into it. Right now, Lineker is minus 255, so a substantial favorite. And Kelleher is plus 215. So go ahead. Whoever wants to handle this one, start us off.
Lineker. I mean, you guys see me wearing a Brazilian jersey. This is a very, very heavy Brazilian card. And honestly, I'm going for my Brazilians. Why? Because, number one, the intensity in this arena, I've never been to Brazil, but I've seen a bunch of fighters talk about it. I don't know, dude. And it's literally surreal just watching it even on TV, so I can't even imagine how it feels in real life. And to go in there to fight against these guys, and especially a guy like John Lineker, who is literally going in there to war, to fight. That's literally what he's going in there to do. He's not going in there to BS. He's not going in there to try to grapple you. Yeah, he can. Don't get me wrong. The guy's a savage with his jiu-jitsu, and he will finish you on the ground if he needs to. But this guy wants to stand and bang. And so does Brian Boom Kelleher. So this one's going to be fireworks from round one all the way to round, I don't think none, because it's probably going to end in two. It's probably going to end quick, honestly. This one's going to bang. These guys can both take a shot, but honestly, Lineker's a finisher, man. I mean, most Brazilians are finisher, and Lineker is no different. I mean, if you've watched all of his fights in the past, they've all literally have been bloodbaths, man. He brings the noise. He bites down on that mouthpiece and literally lets him fly, man. So if you're going to ask me, I'll switch it up. I'll say first round knockout Lineker. Stops Brian right in his fucking tracks. I mean, Brian right now is on a good win streak. I saw some video on him. He was talking about his UFC career and where he's at right now. I believe it's like 7 fights or 8 fights. He's on a win streak right now, which is pretty good. He's on a nice wave. But, I mean, dude, you're in a different country. It's a different level of hype, and this is a different level of animal in John Lineker. So, I don't know, man. Lineker in 1 knocks him the fuck out.
That's a straight-up call there, Will. Go ahead.
I think I'm just going to be the asshole of the group and just say first round knockout by Kelleher. Why not?
Kelleher.
Let him shock the world. Let him shock the world. Why not? Wow. Let him stun everybody over there. Stun them. Like, really? This guy just came over here and just disrespected?
Nah, bro.
I think, you guys said that's the fight of the night, right? You guys.
I'm calling it as fight of the night.
You're calling it's going to be the fight
of the night? I'm not putting anything in your head. You could say
I know you're not. Listen, my head is spinning perfectly right now. But yeah, I'm calling Kelleher with a knockout in the first round. I'm gonna be the bad guy. Why
Steve?
not? I'm gonna tell you this right now. Lineker's last 3 fights have gone to decision. All right. Kelleher has never been knocked out. Now again, Frankie Edgar had never been knocked out until Brian Ortega. So it's tough to say one thing and then do something else. But I really like Kelleher. My only concern with Kelleher in this fight is it's in Brazil. If it was anywhere else, I would 100% say Kelleher by decision. And I'm going to go Kelleher by decision, but I'm concerned that it's going to be a Brazilian decision and Lineker's going to get it. But
wait, whoa, Steve, hold the fuck up, Steve. I thought we were on the same wavelength, buddy.
My concern,
what the fuck, Steve?
I'm calling this fight going to decision. So if you want to take the over in this, we're all betting people. If you want to take the over in this fight, I think it's a great pick. I really like Kelleher here. I think he's a poor man's TJ Dillashaw.
Oh wow!
I'm telling you right now. He's in and out of the pocket. He's going to get into the pocket. The problem with Lineker is he doesn't use a jab. Everything is all out, haymakers. Drew, you know this. He doesn't use a jab.
Which is why it's going to end in the first round. Dude, I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying, but dude, this dude's a kamikaze, bro. He's going to come in here. He's going to bite down on that fucking mouthpiece. and he's going to let them fucking fly, bro. Brian's going to come in there try to throw a jab. Yeah, cute jab, bro. You're going to get knocked the fuck out in the first round, bro. This is a different animal he's dealing with, bro. This isn't those fucking, like, prospects he was fighting on his way up to the contenders, bro. This is a legit fighter in John Lineker, man. Honestly, John Lineker's been in the game for a while, dude. Probably longer than Brian Boom Kelleher. I mean, I honestly don't quote me on that. I don't know the stats on that, but I feel like I've seen the name Lineker. John Lineker in the game for a while in the UFC now, and he's fought the likes of T.J. Dillashaw and a couple other UFC greats. Man, this isn't no slouch. And in Brazil, that's literally just like another little boost. Like if this was a video game, he probably gets another added 2 points on his stats just because he's in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that serious. So he's gonna go in there, rip his fucking head off in round 1, bro. That's all it is. Decision. I mean, if it goes to a decision, they're gonna have to wipe the floor with all the blood Brian's spilling. That's for sure.
Good luck.
3 fights have gone to decision. The only one that they've had to wipe the floor, the blood was Lineker, and who did it to him was Dillashaw.
Well, Kelleher, baby, that's my guy. I mean, I don't doubt it. But John Lineker, right now, I'm going with you, baby. You gotta knock him the fuck out. Let's make it happen.
All right, so I have all 3 of our predictions. I'll put just so that everybody knows. After in the show notes on YouTube, there will be all our predictions in the show notes, so you can get those. And on Cap Sports, where we post all our YouTube videos, so you can get all that then. Even on Draftkings, I mean, again, if you're playing GPPs, you're playing the big tournaments, and you agree with Jiu-Jitsu Drew, you could always go with Lineker in your lineup. He's going to cost you $9K. But personally, I'm putting Kelleher in most of my lineups, especially in my cash lineups. Drew, you playing DraftKings this week? We opened a little tournament for the league and the podcast. Are you playing? I know Will doesn't really play.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually download it after tonight's podcast and set it all up. So I'll be up and running.
All right. So
I don't fucks with that.
Yeah, I know you don't do that. Hopefully, we get together. We can watch these fights on Saturday. That'd be cool to do.
Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, if we don't do it, I think I'm gonna do a solo pod. Regardless, because I need to talk my shit on this fucking fight while the fight's going on.
While the fight is going on?
Especially the Mackenzie Dern fight. That fight, dude. Parker, where you at? Parker!
All right, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to at me on Twitter after that Kelleher pick, but Will's with me too with that. So let's get to the next fight, which is another fight. I mean, if you don't like that last fight for Fight of the Night, this could be your Fight of the Night. Ronaldo Souza Jacare against Kelvin Gastelum. You guys want to throw this off here?
Kelvin Gastelum, man, honestly.
Just so you get this before we get into it.
Go ahead.
Jacare is minus 150, and Kelvin is plus 130.
Yeah. Go ahead. Well, honestly, the only reason I feel that line is that way, to be completely honest, is because Souza's in Brazil, and because he's Jacare in Brazil. And Jacare in Brazil is a legend, like literally a legend, no doubt. That's not even an exaggeration. That's nothing. Like, I mean, when you want to talk about fighters, literally in just jiu-jitsu or just overall fighters, there's the Minotauros, there's the Gracies, there's legends I can't even name, bro. And I'm sure Jacare Souza is up there with them. His striking, is definitely improving. He's changed camps because now he's training over in the States. He was training in Brazil for a long time. He was training, but he switched over. So now, with that being said, I mean, his game plan now, where he's at after almost retiring, after having appendicitis, after having a couple things happen to him, the dude, in my opinion, is looking stronger, looking better than he's ever had in his career. He's ranked pretty high up there in the division, and he's scary, man. Decide anything, he's scary. So if you're gonna ask me who I'm going for, Kelvin is a very, very worthy contender. Kelvin's another person who got stopped in his track by Tyrone Woodley, which is another animal. But regardless of the fact, he is very dangerous. His game plan is speed, because if you want to talk about being oversized and overmatched, Jacare has all the size in this matchup. He definitely has, I believe, the power. I mean, Gastelum has some power in those hands. He definitely packs a punch. But in my opinion, Jacare is looking for a finish. He's looking to submit him or pound him out, whatever it is. Striking, I believe Gastelum is definitely superior. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's definitely more technical. He's probably known more as a striker. But he's definitely more of a complete fighter, too. You know, he's young. He's well-rounded. But if you're going to ask me in this fight, who's going to lay it down and who's going to put it down is Jacare Souza. How he does it, probably submission. I'm not going to say in the first round. I do know that he wants to throw bombs. I do know he wants to throw some bombs because his last fight he finished with a head kick to Brunson. I remember you saying that. But nah, man. Jacare Souza's a good finisher, and he's going to knock him the fuck out either in the second round, and if he doesn't knock him out, he's definitely going to submit him. Because if it goes to the ground, Kevin Gastelum is nowhere near superior on the ground.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with you on that one, too. I think Jacare is. I think his chin is a little suspect. He's got to keep his head on a swivel. As you said, what's his name again? I'm sorry.
Jacare Souza.
Gastelum?
No, the other guy, Gaston.
Yeah.
You know, his speed will be a factor, but I'm going with the Brazilian. I've always liked him, even when he's fought in the past, even when he's lost.
Viva Brazil, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, but again, when you talk about his losses are to guys of the likes of, who are we talking about? Yoel Romero. He lost to Yoel Romero. He lost to Luke Rockhold. He lost to Robert Whittaker. Those are like his three most recent losses.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Which were all top contenders. Robert Whittaker's the champ, and Yoel Romero is just a freak
rematch
of
against
God.
Yoel in a month.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
exactly.
What I mean? So I wouldn't say that, in his case, obviously his losses are all legit. We're not talking about that. But when it comes to Kelvin, my issue, like Drew, before you said, he's the better striker with his hands. He's got the left. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. The right sets up the left, but he's got the left. And if he doesn't get the knockout, he's not winning a decision. So you literally have to just make sure you don't get hit with that one overhand left. Now, the fight that I noticed is very similar to what I think Jacare is going to wind up doing here. Because this fight, if Jacare stays on the feet that long, I mean, I don't really understand what the hell his camp is telling him and what he's gone through. But if you look at the Chris Weidman fight, when Weidman fought Gastelum, he just put him down on the mat, overpowered him, ground and pounded him, eventually actually submitted him. And Weidman's a wrestler, and he was able to submit Gastelum. So
Jiu-jitsu, baby.
What is Jacare going to do on the ground?
He's going to control him.
I'm calling Jacare by submission. And again, I expect this fight to get to the ground within the first 2 minutes.
Honestly, Jacare is going to finish this on the ground. I mean, the more you say it, and honestly, when you said that, it reminded me of a video I saw earlier. I was watching tape, and he did say it, that he's really not scared about getting in the ring, because in the ring, he's in full control. And he's going to push the pace, and he's going to look for the takedown. And Kelvin Gastelum, I mean, maybe he can stop the takedown, man. But, dude, experience trumps all. And Kelvin Gastelum's still a little bit young, and that's the thing. Everyone telling me about these whack-ass takedowns and this and that. Dude, jiu-jitsu starts on the feet, a lot of times. And a lot of the legends besides this modern era jiu-jitsu, a lot of people pull guard, and it's really weird. It's annoying. But, dude, you have to take someone down. So a lot of the top jiu-jitsu guys have good wrestling, number one. And not even that, they know how to take you down regardless. Because once they get you down there, whether you take them down, they know how to sweep you, number one. So that's not even the case. Because if Kelvin takes him down, God bless him if he can even hold him down or even try to submit him or anything of that nature. So he'll get swept and then he'll get submitted. So Kelvin, you're right. You know what? 100% right. Kelvin's looking to bang. He's looking to land that one-punch bomb with that left, which he definitely has power in, man. He's definitely.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I mean, speed is what's gonna be his leverage, I guess, if you want to give him any, because Jacare is the more powerful fighter. He's the bigger fighter, literally the bigger fighter. He's gonna try to hit him, no doubt. He will try to hit him, but it's only gonna be to close the distance. He'll maybe throw a head kick here and there to try to get lucky, but honestly, he's gonna close the distance, take it to the ground when all else fails. And it's over for Kelvin. I mean, Kelvin's going to put up a good fight, maybe stop 1 or 2 attempts, but, I mean, it's only so much once that train runs you over, man. And Jacare is no different. So I'm with you on that.
And honestly, I really want Jacare to get one more shot. If he wins this fight, I think he'll be next in line
He has
take
to
on
be.
the winner. To take on the winner of that, Whitaker Yoel Romero fight too. So
He has to be.
he can get that shot. All right. So let's say DraftKings. I know you guys probably haven't looked at it yet, but I think this is a finish fight. And maybe you guys don't disagree, but I think someone's gonna get finished. Kelvin's either gonna hit him with that left and finish him, or Jacare, I think, is going to get that sub. And I don't think it'll be a TKO. I think it'll be a sub because he's not going to want to stay on the feet. So I think if you're playing DraftKings at 8.4K for Jacare, for 7.8K for Kelvin, I think you have to have one of these guys in your lineup. So let's get to the main event. Your girl, Amanda Nunes, and Rockwell Pennington. Just so you know right now, the odds on this fight, Amanda Nunes is minus 1,100. Rockwell Pennington is plus 700. So where are you going with this? And Drew, we already talked about this on the original pod, but go ahead, talk your shit, bro.
All right. Well, Amanda Nunes is just bigger, is just stronger, is just better, is just more dominant. Period. I mean, Pennington, she's pretty much coming in here with she's very strong minded, I guess you want to say. I mean, dude, I heard this on an interview earlier, or was it Jimmy Smith talking about her? She said this is one fighter who ended Miesha Tate's career and another fighter who ended Ronda Rousey's career. So both of these fighters are fucking legit. You know what I'm saying? They're not here. They're not pushovers. But, I mean, honestly, if you want to talk about now both of them stepping in the ring, the pushover is Raquel Pennington. And she will get pushed over, bowled over, knocked the fuck out, or whatever the fuck. But she's getting dominated on Saturday. And Amanda Nunes is going to walk out with her belt, screaming all this crazy shit because I can't really sound like her. So, I mean, that's just the way I see it. And honestly, all these fights, I mean, dude, not just this fight. All of these fights, they're going to go for finishes. Nobody in this card is looking for a ref's decision. You don't understand. In this jiu-jitsu world or or even in the Brazilian world, dude, these people don't like the ref's decision. They will never go to a ref's decision. If it gets there, it's because they couldn't finish you. All the million ways that they tried to finish you, it just didn't work. You lucked out. God blessed you. And you got to a decision. But honestly, these fights are going to be finishes, and this fight is no different. Amanda, honestly, is going to come out charging, so if she doesn't knock her out quick in the first round, she's definitely going to do it in the second. I don't even see it going into the championship rounds, completely honest with you.
We need an official first or second on UFC Pick'em, which you guys are both doing UFC Pick'em.
Wow, Steve. Wow, Steve. First round, Steve.
First round, Nunes.
Okay. First round, both of you.
First round, Nunes.
First round, fuck
Nunes. I'm going to go Nunes in the third round.
Wow,
what the
third
fuck?
round. Wow.
I'm going to tell you what I know from my tape study is that Pennington, she's tough. She's thick. She can take a punch. And
did you just call her thick, bro?
Yeah, man. She
said thick, but I don't know, man. You know, Nunes is like Drew said. She's like a fucking bull. She's gonna fucking go at her.
Nunes is a lioness, bro.
I'll tell you. I'll go a step further. If Nunes doesn't get that first or second round finish, you could. I'm saying third round.
Right.
If it gets into the fourth round, it's gonna go the distance because she gasses out. She definitely puts it all out there in that first and second round. So it's a great call if you think it's gonna go first or second round. But again, on DraftKings, since I'm the only one really pushing the DraftKings right now, at 9.5K, you really need her if you're gonna play her to get that finish, probably in the first or the late second round. And it needs to be a dominant performance.
Oh, she's definitely going to dominate. She's going to dominate.
But with the scoring, the way DraftKings does it, you really need to, you got to rack up. If you get a first round finish, you need to get you got to get a knockdown and probably 20 significant strikes in the first round to pay off that price. That's a hefty price. 9.5K is a hefty price.
You see me? You see me? You see what I'm doing? Do you see what I'm doing? Bro.
You flexing that shirt, boy?
Bro. Amanda Nunes knocks her the fuck out. She does it in dominant fashion. You know what? I'm going to change that second round because now that you're saying that, she needs to cover that price and everything for DraftKings. That does make a lot of sense. I'll go with Social Media Steve. So I'm going to go with a knockout.
Social Media
second
Steve said
round.
third round.
No.
Second.
No.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
I'm not going with his third round pick. What I'm saying I'm going with him is the fact that for me to cover that price on DraftKings, I got to make sure that Amanda does what she does. So she's going to land her 20 significant strikes. She's going to get that knockdown. She's going to make it look ugly. Second round, she's going to come out. She's going to go, what the fuck's happening? And Pennington's going to get knocked the fuck out. Then they're going to go home. Everyone's going to be friends. And Pennington's just going to be cool with the fact that her friend is the champion. That's all it is. Because even if you hear Pennington talk, now let's get real. Even if you hear Pennington talk, she's talking like she's getting served up to this shit. Like, oh, I'm going to Brazil, going to get my fucking face beat in, and then I'm going back home. We're going to be friends. Everybody's friends. Like, dude, she could be strong-minded. She could be willed. I love her. God bless her. She has balls for even being in that fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of guts. But I don't know, dude. Maybe she's just playing sheep, you know what I'm saying? And she's going to come out like a wolf. But I don't know, man. She's dealing with a man, Nunes, who's literally at the top of her game. She's in Brazil. Let's not forget that. She's in Brazil. So I don't think anyone who's not Brazilian is going to get a decision.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm going to give you some odds real quick because saying that Nunes is going to win is kind of, we're wasting our time right now. So is she going to win by KO, TKO? If she wins by KO, TKO, that's going to pay off plus 160. It's a good bet if you believe it's going to be a first or second round.
Second round KO.
The over-under in that fight, the over is 2.5 rounds. And that'll pay off plus 115. So we're all calling for a Nunes KO TKO. If that's the way that this fight ends, it's gonna pay off plus 160. I think that's a good bet here.
I'm with it. Second round.
I like it. I'm sticking with first round.
Lock it in, bookie.
But again, either way, first, second, third, if she gets the KO TKO, which is I think she's gonna get it that way. Maybe even ground the down if she knocks it down.
I think she's going to want to finish it quick and, get her bags packing and let's go and celebrate.
Bro,
she's hungry. She's hungry.
She is going to finish this. She is going to finish this, I promise you. Second round finish, Amanda Nunes is going to make sure the Brazilian people are going to get what they paid for. I mean, she even said it herself, man. It's a different intensity when you're in Brazil. It's not the same shit. These people really want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
What's
it even scares me.
Yelling the other night, yo?
Porrada! Every day, baby. I can't even tell you what the fuck it means, bro, but I'll tell you that some of that shit probably means war or some shit, but it's scary, bro. They scream that shit when we're fighting on the mats, and it's scary, bro. Even in jiu-jitsu, Brazilians, they come with a different intensity, man. It's definitely it's just a different thing, man, and this is no different, especially at the highest level in the UFC. Amanda Nunes is gonna bring it. She's gonna fucking kill this girl. I mean, they're best friends. On Embedded, they were crossing the street looking at each other with no animosity. You know what I mean? I mean, Amanda is just like, yeah, whatever, I'm doing what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna knock this girl out, then I'm gonna take her out for a salad. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. This is Amanda's game, second round knockout. We already said it. Jersey boys.
Listen, they could be friends, like you said.
You have to sign us off. Go ahead.
Yo, Will, what's up?
Oh, my bad. I told you I didn't hear Steve. My bad. No, chill. I'm just saying. You said that they're friends and whatnot and whatever. They're going to do their thing. But, I mean, from a man who told me this years ago, no matter if you're friends, when you step on the court, or I could say the octagon, we're not friends. Fuck you, Mr. Jones. When we're outside, hello, Mr. Jones. Okay? That's what it's all about. Get your business done in the octagon.
Fuck you, Mr. Jones.
Exactly. Fuck you, Mr. Willie Jones.
Fuck you, Mr. Jones.
All right? Look at those hands.